Your Humanities Half Hour is brought to you by the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, navigating the human experience together.
Hafide, Tero, and welcome to Your Humanities Half Hour. I'm Catherine Perry, and today we are continuing our series on stories, legends, and folk tales from the many cultures that make up our Marianas community. And joining us today is Dr. Venkatesawara Rao Potana.
Yeah.
Dr. Potana, welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm so fortunate to be here today.
And welcome to Saipan. You just got here a few months ago.
Wow, this is a really amazing place. I feel like a heaven on earth. It's everywhere so beautiful and people are so wonderful.
Well, we're excited to hear what you have to share today. Maybe you could start us off with explaining your beautiful attire and, of course, what country you're from.
Yeah, I'm from India. So this is the way Indian priestly family wear the dress. India has a lot of communities. Brahmin community is one of the communities contributed so much to the Indian culture. So fortunately, I'm from that community, and in the priestly temple environment, they wear this kind of dress. It's a simple dress.
Yes, simple but elegant.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it's exciting because your background is actually in the humanities, in culture, so I think you're the right person to share with us
PhD
today.
is in Department of Humanity, but my whole research was on culture. I'm so excited today.
So what do you have to share with us first?
Yeah, first I wanted to share my Indian national pledge. I respect my country. Let me read. India is my country. All Indians are my brothers and sisters. I love my country and I am proud of its rich and varied heritage. I shall strive to be worthy of it. I shall respect my parents, teachers, and all the elders and treat everyone with courtesy. To my country and all my people, I pledge my devotion. In their well-being and prosperity alone lies my happiness.
And I understand this is what school children recite at the beginning of every school day?
Every day at the assembly, every children, I did it when I was a small boy. We used to stretch our hand like this, all the children in a wonderful line, and they recite this by heart.
Wait, why do you stretch your hand like this?
Because it's like, pledge is like, giving an oath. In India, when you stand like this and when you do like this means you are committed to that. It's a kind of plummet.
Oh, so an oath. That's
yes,
how you give an oath. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So how do children recite this all the way through high school?
Yes.
Or?
From the beginning, stage 1, first grade to the 11th grade, the 12th grade, they do this.
Very good.
And also in some special occasions, gatherings.
Adults also.
Yes, adults also. It's a kind of our commitment to the nation. It reminds that we are obligated to do something. Yeah.
Well, my understanding is that India has a very rich culture of storytelling. In fact, you were saying it's also a tradition that parents will always tell their children stories to help them go to sleep at night. Did your parents do that for you?
Yes, they have done. Even I'm doing to my children now. I have 3 children. My son doesn't sleep if I don't tell him story.
And what are their ages?
My first daughter is 21. She's in Texas doing her undergraduation. And second daughter is now got admission here in Mariana College, Northern Mariana College. She's doing nursing, and I have a 10-year boy.
All right.
Yeah.
So what is the first story you're going to share with us?
Yeah, I want to tell the story, The Clever Monkey and the Tricky Crocodile.
The Clever Monkey and the Tricky Crocodile.
Yes, Clever Monkey and the Tricky Crocodile. So there was a crocodile living in a small river. On the bank of the river, there is a wonderful mango tree. Here you have a lot of mango trees. A wonderful mango tree. There is a monkey all the time eating those sweet, juicy mangoes. And one day, the crocodiles all the time, they keep mouth open and sleep. And one The monkeys are so naughty. The monkey threw one coconut, the mango. They went into the mouth and started eating. Wow, it's so tasty. And that's how they both became friends. Every day monkey is giving mangoes and the crocodile eating. And one day the monkey said, take some mangoes to home. So the crocodile brought a big bag of mangoes to home. The Mrs. Crocodile tasted, wow, it is so tasty. Where did you get? He said, I got. One monkey became so friendly and every day is giving. Then this Mrs. Monkey, very wicked in her thoughts, and she said, wow, if I'm eating these monkeys, these mangoes are so tasty. If I eat the monkey every day which is eating those mangoes, how tasty it will be. It has an evil intent. And she started, doing all sorts of blackmailing and doing everything. And finally, the Mr. Crocodile accepted that somehow he will bring him so that they can kill and eat the monkey. And the crocodile came and slowly explained this and that and gave an idea. And then she said, oh, my missus invites you as a special guest to her home. And she prepared a very nice meal. Would you please come? And because of the close, intimate relationship and friendship, the monkey trusted and jumped on the back. And slowly both of them started swimming. It came in the middle of the river. Because of the conversation, the crocodile had to reveal why they're going. She said, yeah, this is how we're going. So we are going to kill you and eat you. Wow.
Because the monkey couldn't escape in the middle of the river.
But one thing, monkey was not panic. It controlled her emotions. And time is very short, and he has to escape. And he got an idea. He said, hey, my friend, you should have told me earlier. Every day I take out my heart and clean nicely and hang on one of the branches of that mango tree. If you had have told, I would have brought it. And eating my flesh, it's not so tasty. My all juicy mango taste goes inside my heart. Would you please, let's go and bring that? He said, oh, that's fine, we'll go. And they both came back to the shore. And the moment they came, the monkey jumped and got in. And then he said, you foolish, I trusted you, but you want to eat me? Get lost, and I will never trust. So the moral of the story is, when you are stuck with some kind of big problem like this, don't panic. Be cool, relax, use your mind how to escape the problem. You will find a solution. That's the story. How is it?
I love it. I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
When you tell the story to your kids, do most parents also tell them the moral like
Yes.
you just did? Or do you ask them, or do you just let them kind of figure it out on their own?
Yeah, we will ask them to figure it out, and if they can't, we will actually 50% story. After the story, we ponder on 50%, the moral of the story.
Wow.
And they will ask questions. Yeah, in my school, I had a problem, but I yelled at teacher, and that's how we say, don't get panic when you have a problem. And then they come back with some kind of questions. Yes, I already have one problem I'm tackling with my friend in the school. What can I do? Yeah, this is the story. Don't be panic. Just cool, relax. Because when Indian philosophy talks about this, meditation, dhyan, they call it, meditation. In this kind of posture, when you meditate, when you slowly concentrate on your problem and slowly cool down, it's like a cooling down, then you will able to see clearly. You can see things clearly. We train our children to control emotions.
My second question is, so the crocodile in this story was kind of dumb. Is this the characteristic of crocodile in most of these stories, or just this story?
Or this story. In some other stories, there are some good things, but yeah, everybody knows this story. That's why they know. This crocodile is very...
In this story?
Yeah,
okay.
in this story.
Can you share another one with us?
Yeah, I love to tell stories. My grandfather, this is not in any textbook, it is his own experience. He told me so many times. So I grew up in a small island called Divisima in southern part of India in a state called Andhra Pradesh. My village was surrounded by Krishna river, a river called Krishna. So if you go 10 minutes you find the river. Which direction, whatever the direction you go, you get the river. It's like Saipan, wherever you go.
Oh, okay.
So
that is a really small island.
Yeah, very small.
When you say 10 minutes, is that driving or walking?
Walking.
So 10 minutes you're going to hit water, whichever direction.
It's a small island.
Oh,
It's
wow.
not a sea, but a river.
Okay.
So there are a lot of boats to get escape. And every time we get floods in India, it's natural calamities happen. Floods come and they hit the houses. And in those days, we lived with the mud walls and the palm leaves roofs. So sometimes everything will float in the water. So during that time, a lot of their wealth also float into that, because in those days there is no bank system. People can't go and save their money and in the banks. They used to keep in a box, wooden box, in the home, the gold.
A treasure box.
Treasure box. So especially gold.
Yeah.
In those days, people, even now Indians, they acquire a lot of gold. So they keep the gold. So during that time, it's a time for thieves to get a lot of money, because everybody is busy saving, everybody is busy in saving their lives, they're saving their goods. But these thieves, they wait for this kind of opportunity to snatch all these floating gold boxes, this and that. Two thieves were sitting on a big tree, watching all the floating things. So there was a kind of wooden box coming. It looks like wooden but not wooden, but it's kind of strange thing floating towards them. One of the thieves said, "Oh, this looks like strange, let's not touch it or jump it." But the other thief said, "Ah, I am expert in this. And even in the ocean I can swim, like a Pacific Ocean I can swim. What is this small thing?" So even though the other guy is restricting him, but he jumped. And 2 minutes, 3 minutes, he's also floating with that. The other guy got confused and he's shouting, "Hey, leave it and come, leave it and come." But he's not leaving. And he's not able to look that side. Slowly he looked like this, said, "Hey, I left long back, but it is holding me now." There is some kind of animal floating in that. It was also hungry, because it was also not having any food, and catching him. And there was wounds and the blood was oozing out. He was about to die. So the moral of the story is, never be greedy and touch any sinful things, because these two of them always engaging in the kind of sin. When everybody is losing, we need to help people, but not grabbing. So if you touch sin, it will hold you. You will only touching, but it will hold you. There will be a time you think that, "Oh, I am into deep down of the sin, I want to come out," but it will not allow you to come out. It will hold you. Sin is dangerous. That's why my grandfather always says, sin is a terrible master. It finds a willing servant in human body. We need to be clean in our inside and outside.
You said your grandfather, do you think this is the story that he told you the most?
Yeah, he told me the most, because my grandfather was a traditional doctor. He used all the herbs. He was one of the famous doctor in all that nearby islands. And he's the wealthiest man and very respected by everybody. So he used to tell a lot of stories. And
why do you think he told you this story in particular?
Because it is a culture. In our culture, particularly, we come from Vaishnavite Brahmins. Brahmin community has two different sects. One is Shaivite, one is Vaishnavite. The Vaishnavite, they will have 3 dots parallel from here to here. Maybe in the Google you can see.
I may have seen that.
3 like this. So they are more good to society. A lot of life is celebration. They want to follow good ethics, and they wanted to help the society. That's why my grandfather always helped people. If somebody is dying, he used to run. Anytime, no appointment, nothing. He used to go, treat people freely, and the people of the society, like a celebration in the culture. So that's why my grandfather wants me to be like that, to be a blessing to society. Don't touch bad things. Be a blessing to others. Don't steal, but you give generously.
That's beautiful.
That's why I learned a lot of things from my grandfather.
Do you have more stories for us?
I have more. I'm a storyteller. I can keep on
tell
telling.
that. All right.
But up to the time.
Yes.
I want to respect your time.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll be back after this break with more stories from the culture of India.
Hafaday, Zantiro. I'm Leo Pangilinan with the Northern Marianas Humanities Council. We'd like to take a moment to thank our generous sponsors who have made possible the many programs in our community like this show. We couldn't have done it without them. And if you value the work we do and would like to make a contribution to our efforts, we ask that you consider making an in-kind or cash contribution to the Northern Marianas Humanities Council. Any amount is appreciated, and donations of up to $5,000 qualify for an educational tax credit. We appreciate your partnership and support. Sidhus Maasi, Olomai, and thank you.
Welcome back. We're telling stories today here on Your Humanities Half Hour with Dr. Venkatesawara Rao Potana. Dr. Potana, what's your next story?
I'm a storyteller. I can keep on to
Yes.
share the stories. The Brahmin and the goat.
Okay.
The Brahmin and the goat. It's really quite interesting. Brahmin community, they are vegetarians, pure vegetarian. They don't eat
Vegetarians.
Vegetarians.
Yes, okay.
They don't eat meat.
Okay.
But strange thing, even the
Because
title.
Brahmins are priests, correct?
Priestly
Am I wrong?
family.
Yeah,
you are
priestly
right.
family.
Priestly
Okay.
family. They don't eat any meat,
Okay.
chicken, or even egg. My father never eats. Even they don't eat. Sometimes they don't eat cake because in the cake they
There's
keep
eggs.
Eggs. That's why they are away from all that.
Wow, okay.
But the title itself, Brahmin and the goat. What is the relationship between goat
Yeah.
and Brahmin? It's strange. I don't know. But the story goes like this. So once this Brahmin went, because they are by profession, they go different religious occasions. They blessing people during the wedding or any, India is a lot of celebrations. Any special occasion in the home, you need to have a Brahmin in the home to preach, bless and to pronounce blessing. So he went to one rich family, and since they are so rich, they gave a goat, because goat is very expensive during that time. So the Brahmin, he doesn't eat the goat, but he said, okay, I can sell it, I get a lot of money. And then in those days, there was no buses or trains. You had to walk. He was crossing a big forest. So he kept the goat on his shoulders, 2 legs this side, 2 legs this side, and going ahum, ahum, hum, ahum, ahum, like that, like humming, and started going in the forest. And he had a small stick in one hand and slowly going. And in those days, thieves are very common. They steal food, they steal whatever is there with the people, and they beat also. But they respect Brahmins because they are afraid. If you do harm to Brahmin, if you touch, and they believe that curse will come upon them, God will curse them. So they don't harm, but they will steal. So as the Brahmins started moving, and in a big thick forest in between, in the middle of that, so there were 4 thieves. And they wanted to steal this goat from the Brahmin. They don't have guts to come in front of the Brahmin, because the Brahmin has the power to spell any curse on them. If the Brahmin says something, and it will happen. That's why they are so scared. They want to steal very cleverly, very tricky manner. They had a plan. They said, hey, because Brahmin never knew what is goat, he never ate. So we will do one thing. We will say a lie to him, saying that, why are you carrying a lion on your back, a small lion? Because Brahmin, he doesn't know all the animals much. So he thought, okay. They said, okay, we'll do one thing. First, one person will go and say, this is a lion, like that, one by one. They planned very strategically. As he was going, suddenly one person came up and, Brahmin, namaskar. They say, if they see elderly person, they do like this. This is the posture, culturally. If you say like this, namaskar means most respecting. So they said, one person came, Brahmin, namaskar. He said, wow, yeah, okay, what do you want? He said, Brahmin, why are you carrying a lion on your shoulders? Lion? No, this is a goat. He said, no, lion. And then he went. One small seed of doubt came in his mind. He looked like this. Hey, man! He said, oh, it's okay, this man. Okay, it is goat. He's walking. After some time, another man appeared, because they are all strategically coming in from the bushes. He came. Namaskar, Brahmin ji, he said. Yeah, namaskar. He said, look like this. Why are you carrying lion? Lion? No, there's a goat. No, Brahmin ji, it is lion. Then he went. Second seed of doubt came in his mind. He looked like, lion. Said, okay, this is goat. Then he moved a little further. The third man came. Suddenly he came and said, Namaskar, Brahmanji. I said, yeah. I said, he also after a few minutes started walking, asking this and that. He said, oh, what is this? He said, it's a goat. Who gave you? That rich man gave me. No, Brahmanji, this is a lion. Oh, lion? He touched like this. And the third doubt of seed came in. Then now 90% is believing there's a lion. He's so scared. And again, fourth man came after a few minutes. And then he also made some kind of chit-chat, talked, and finally he looked, wow, why are you carrying? I'm so afraid. And he ran away. It is a lion, and he ran literally. And this time, the Brahmin scared to death. He thought, even if I am alive, I can go and survive. But I don't know. He was so scared to death, so panicked, and he threw the goat on the floor and he started running. Because we don't know, even the small, it may come and catch him. He was running, he ran like anything. And then these four of them came and had a kind of big party. They killed it and they ate, so they enjoy the meat. The moral of the story, never allow the doubt to get roots in your brain. Conform and don't panic. Doubt gets into the brain and it multiplies and it goes into the roots and it will spoil your life. So unbelief or doubt is very dangerous. That's the moral of the story.
That's the second moral you've shared today where it was related to stay calm and think carefully before.
Because India is
taking
known
action.
for meditation.
That's true.
Sages in the long Himalayan mountains, you might have heard about it. The sages, they take a pilgrimage and go and sit on Himalayas with the Padmasana postures like this. Hours, days, months, years sometimes. So, if we need to calm our mind, we can do so many things. Like, in this glass, if there is a lot of dirty water, you have no water anywhere, you need to drink. So what do you need to do? You don't have a filter in those days. You keep the water like this glass for half an hour, 2 hours. All the dust particles will slowly go down. And then you can drink the top of the water and leave the particles. Mind is like that. So because of the work pressure in this postmodern world, so many problems. Mind is like a battlefield. So you need to meditate, spend time, relax. That's why we have a slogan called, relax baby, relax. So relax. When you relax, you get ideas to manage this life.
That has been my experience with meditation.
Wonderful.
Can you share with us one more?
Yeah, I will tell a lot of
think we have
stories.
time for
Yeah,
at
there
least
is
one more, maybe.
There is another story, the lion and the cows. Lion and the cows.
Okay.
So there are two different animals. Lion always grabs and kills. Cow always gives milk.
Okay.
Cow is a good animal.
True.
Particularly in India, cow is, Indian Hindus, they worship cow. That's why Hindus, they don't eat cow. Beef eating is prohibited in some parts of India. So cow is a soft animal, gives milk. The lion is a cruel animal. So one day, this lion wanted to eat cows, going around and found 4 cows together.
Good luck.
All the time.
I watch the Nature Channel.
But the cows, they are so soft, but they are also wild. If they know that there is some threat behind, they will, because cows have a big horns.
That's right.
And they will kill. If they are united, nobody can do anything. So 4 cows, they are always united together. They are going deep jungle, they are eating, they are nice, enjoying their grass, they are living together. No tiger, no lion could harm them because they are always together. And this lion knows the power of unity. So if he needs to eat them, he needs to somehow create some kind of disturbance and split them, divide them, then he can eat. So one of the strategies the lion did, spreading rumors around, bad about one another. All the animals going around and talking bad about them. There is a kind of rumor spread around. And the roamers came to this cow, four cows, and then one cow was, why did you say this? No, I never said that. The roamers came outside, and there is a kind of conflict between four of them. And there is a lot of conflict. Conflict started growing, and they divided. They started going separately to eat. And the time came for that lion, and went and started killing, and the cow started screaming, but the other three didn't come to help because there is a kind of conflict. One is gone, other three. And the second one came and ate, third, and all the 5 cows gone. He could conquer and eat. The moral of the story is, and when you are united, you can conquer the world around you, but you are divided, you can't. And one of the stories my elders always say, in a family system, when wife and husband, when you are united, you can conquer the world around. You can establish a good family. Any problem come, you can conquer, and you will win the race. But if you allow splits, and if you divorce, and if you allow things, you will divide, and there is no end for division. It can't constantly go division. You will collapse your life. You will spoil your life. That's why we tell our children also, we need to be united all the time together. That's the moral of the story.
That's very
Any questions
beautiful.
on this?
I don't have questions. I just want you to keep telling stories, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to today. But if people are interested in these stories, where can they find them? I know you mentioned like a certain series, shall we say? Or
So these stories, a lot of these stories, there is a Panchatantra. If you could Google Panchatantra, the stories of Hindu.
Panchatantra.
Panch means 5.
Okay.
Tantra means a kind of narration. Panchatantra, it's a book all the children in India they read. Everything is available now in India, online, and YouTube. You can comics, a lot of things. And then I come from southern part of India. The Andhra Pradesh, state of Andhra Pradesh. In our state, we have one very nice storyteller, Tenali Rama Linga. Tenali is a place where I studied my undergraduation. Tenali Rama Linga. He is a very clever man. He solves any problem under the sun with his cleverness, like a Solomon in the Bible. So he solved a lot of problems under King Sri Krishna Deva Raya, one of the famous kings in the southern part of India. And then there are a lot of, you can Google Indian folklore stories, you'll get all of them. Each culture. India has 1,600 languages. We have so many cultures. India is we have a unity in diversity, so many diversities.
Thank you so much for your time and
It's my
your
privilege.
sharing your knowledge today. Any final thoughts before we go?
I'm delighted here. As I came to Saipan a few months ago, it looks like India. It's a lot of similarities.
Warm like India.
Yeah, the coconuts. Wow, I like coconut because in India, from early days, every home we will have coconuts. So I like coconut trees and the mountain, the river, the fish, and it's like it's just like a big aquarium. So go there, you see all the fish moving around. And people are so good here, wonderful people. I really like this place. If you have any questions, maybe you can catch me somewhere. And of course, you may not see me with this dress because I'm in.
You might be in a suit.
Yeah, because I'm in India.
T-shirt and short.
I need to respect every culture. I'm in U.S. culture. I need to have a suit and tie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Welcome. I'm delighted.
And welcome again to our community.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so privileged.
Our guest today has been Dr. Venkatesawara Rao Potana, sharing stories and legends, folk tales from the Indian culture, part of our Marianas community. This has been your Humanities Half Hour. I'm Catherine Perry.
Your Humanities Half Hour has been made possible in part by a major grant from the National Endowment for the Humanities. Democracy demands wisdom. Any views, findings, conclusions, or recommendations expressed in this program do not necessarily represent those of the National Endowment for the Humanities. For more information or to share your thoughts, contact the Northern Marianas Humanities Council at nmhcouncil.org or on social media at 670 Humanities. That's 670 Humanities.